Hello, and welcome to my Camtasia video tutorial on how to add a fun color pop to a black and white photo using Photoshop. This technique is simple and quick, and it will add an eye-catching touch to your images. First thing I'm going to do is come up to File, Open, and find the image that I would like to use. For this project, I'm going to use the image called Yellow Door. I'll double-click on it, and it will come up in Photoshop. I don't want to use the whole image. For instance, I don't like this section at the bottom of the driveway. I'm going to use the crop tool and just drag the corner in until I get to the part of the image that I would like to use. So that looks good. I'll hit enter. And I have the image section that I would like to use for my project. I'm going to take this layer called background and click on it and drag it down to the second icon from the right, the one that looks like a piece of paper with the edge folded over, and it'll give me a copy. So I'll turn off the visibility in the original, double click on background copy, and change the name to Yellow Door. So now I'm just seeing the layer that I'm working with. The next step that I would like to do is to change this to a black and white image. So I'm going to come to this adjustment layer icon, the half filled in circle, and come up to where it says black white, and it very easily creates a black and white image from my original image. So I'm going to leave it as is for now. Now I'm going to bring some of that color back in. So here, with the colors, making sure that black is in the foreground and white is in the background, I'm going to pick my brush tool to start brushing the original color back in. So you can see as I start brushing in, some color comes in, but my brush size is very small. So I can either come up here to this drop-down menu to change the brush size, or a really easy way to do it is to hit the right square bracket key. This increases the size of the brush. I can color in a lot of color at once, and that looks pretty good for now. I'm going to zoom in to my door, and again take that brush tool, now reducing the size with the left bracket key, and I can go over my door more precisely. You can already see that I went over the edges into the door frame. I'll fix that in just a moment. I'm going to get the basic door edges in here. So if I want to get really particular, I'm going to zoom in even more to make sure all the little edges are filled in properly. Get in a little there in the leaves and in the door corners. So you can see here that I went over the edge. To correct this really easily, I just switch the colors by clicking on that double-headed arrow and rebrushing over the sections that I went too far on. That will bring the black and white back into my image. And again, I went a little too far. Switching again to make corrections along this side of the door frame. I think I'm going to increase my brush size just to make it a little bit quicker and easier. And you can really zoom in and be as exact as you would like to be if you want to be a real perfectionist here. Went a little too far over on this edge. And I'll get along the door frame here. So not bad. I can zoom in a little bit more if I'd like to. Right now I'm going to zoom out and just see how that looks. So not bad for our first try there. So to review those steps, I'm going to do the same thing here with our American flag. So zooming in, I'll pick the brush tool and making sure that black is in the foreground, I'm going to brush in the color back into the flag. So increasing that brush size just a bit to get a nice chunk of the color back in. I'll decrease the brush size and zoom in even more, just to really get into those corners. Nice and neatly there. Come down along the edge of the flag, working in as closely as I can to that edge. Going a little quickly here, just for sake of time, but you get the idea. We're just trying to bring all that beautiful color back in. Okay, and I will zoom out. So we can see our image pretty well there with the colors that I would like in. The last step I'm going to do is come to that adjustment layer icon again and come up to curves. I'm going to drag this edge in just a little bit and then adjust this diagonal white line into more of an S shape. It just increases the contrast, brings out some of that detail in the shadows, the different colors. You can play around with that as much as you like. I think I like it right there. So you can see this is a really fun, quick, and easy way to bring in a little bit of pizzazz into your image. So I'll just go ahead and save. And I'm going to call this Primary Colors. There you have it. Thanks so much for watching.